Okay, so I already have the summary that you sent me, but
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to ask you any like personal impacts your hearing has on like your daily life.
How the
How you're
loss of hearing is affecting the daily life?
Yes.
Yeah. Number one, I hardly follow the conversation with other people, maybe 50%. And watching the lips helps a lot. What I mean is, if I'm face to face, I understand better. But if I'm in the side, I cannot follow that much. Also, I cannot make out from which side of the room somebody is talking to me. Whether it is from, what is the distance, the depth, whether it is from the bathroom or from the other end of the living room. That is one problem. Second is, uh, while watching the TV, I need closed caption. Without closed caption, I do not watch anything other than the football games and things like that. Okay, so you in the movie theaters, I would say in last 30 years, I've hardly gone to two movie theaters. Say Elizabeth and Big Greek Fat Wedding. Those are the only two,
Okay.
because there is no closed caption in the movie theaters. But I like to see the movies on the TV when there is a closed caption.
Okay.
Number three is public address systems. Some announcement being made, I cannot understand anything, and I do not music programs. I do not understand. Even the speaker may be hardly 10 feet away on the microphone. I cannot understand. Number four is I I do not like to participate in the conversations because I am afraid I make an idiot of myself by answering the wrong thing. You know,
Yeah.
if somebody is talking about the grades, I may be talking about income tax, thinking that people are talking about income tax or something.
Yeah.
So I feel there's a change of personality because I'm very withdrawn from the rest of the group. Understand?
Yeah.
And those are the most important things which are affecting my daily life in the public life because of the hearing. I especially feel it because at one time I was a teacher, used to enjoy talking, enjoy discussing, but now I cannot do that.
Okay.
You know,
What about
so
did you have any academic issues when you were growing up or like going through school?
no, at that time I had a slight loss of hearing because of I was born before the antibiotics were discovered, and I had perforations in both the eardrums. So there was some, and the classes were very big. I went to a Jesuit college. Maybe there used to be about 200 students in an English class, you know, and there was no amplifier system and all this. So a lot of, I did feel, did they affect my grades and all that? I'm sure I would have done better.
Okay. What about any like work limitations that
Work limitations. I was, as I said, whenever you are in a group where you have to discuss about your work or discuss about other person's work, or I was a research person in chemistry. We had journal meetings, so discussions, so the questions arise. I couldn't understand what the questions were. Probably I was answering the wrong, coming back to the same point, you know.
mm,
Uh, I couldn't understand what the questions they were asking about my journal talk. you know.
What about you had to retire at what age did you retire?
I retired at the age of 59 in 1989. Now I'm 85. And part of the reason I retired at that young age was the brain surgery, the tumor which basically caused that loss of hearing because they took the tumor was going around the auditory nerve. So that hearing was affecting my face was very grotesque because of the palsy. My eyes were I couldn't close. Left eye I couldn't close, and the palsy on the cheek, which even today I have to a certain extent. I couldn't wink. So because of the disability, I retired a little early.
Okay. And then do you just want to talk about the history of like how you got diagnosed and then like just I know you sent me that summary. Do you want to like talk about that a little bit? You're like the path to your diagnosis.
Yeah, the diagnosis, as I said, in 1981, when I suddenly lost the hearing because I couldn't take the telephone call from the left ear, which was the better ear, I went to the ENT person. He should have referred me to a neurologist instead of doing just the tympanoplasty. And then the neurologist told me when he did the surgery 8 years later, I told you tympanoplasty was in 1981 and the brain surgery was on February 8th, 1989. That was almost 8 years. The brain surgeon told me that if you had come earlier, I could have saved your hearing. I could have saved your hearing, but the tumor was growing and growing around that what is the seventh nerve or eighth nerve, which is the auditory nerve, and he couldn't save that nerve. So that's how my loss of hearing in the left ear is 100%. And you know, I feel that I should have been referred to a neurologist 8 years before.
Okay. Do you get annoyed with wearing your hearing aids or the fact that you have to depend on hearing on like a hearing device?
No, without the hearing device, what can you say? I'm totally deaf. And I have not learned sign language also. I just very, very helpless without the hearing aid. If somebody talks, when I come out of the shower, if somebody talks, I tell them, wait for a few minutes, let me put on my, as I humorously say, let me put some money for my hearing, which is free for all of you, but I have to pay. So,
Do you ever get annoyed when people talk really fast? Like I know I talk really fast or I don't enunciate and I mumble. Do you ever get frustrated when people do that?
no, it is not due to talking fast. It is just I cannot. It's okay with the vowels. A E I O U out of 26, I can understand. But other 21 consonants, that is where the hearing problem. Let me give an example. Say you. You comes in done, gun, fun, all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you say I have not done, it sounds to me as that I have got gun.
Okay.
See that because I can understand the O and O is there. I have not. I have got. It is same, but the difference between the main thing is D for done and G for gun. No, N for not and G for got. So if you say I have not done, it sounds to me as I have got gun. So that's where I have to see your lips a little bit.
Gotcha.
So,
What about music? Do you still like listening to music?
I used to like music and Indian music, and myself sing also. But I feel people complain that I sing too loudly because I myself cannot hear my voice. So everybody says I sing too loud, and sometimes I cough and generate cough due to loud singing when there is no amplifier and things like that. Yeah, it does affect voice singing if you love music and singing, and so it does affect, to answer your question, the music part of it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I think I have all I need, so we can just
Yeah.